Welcome to the Stats on Stats Pod, yeah.
See, what actually got you into podcasting? Just out of curiosity.
Woke up one morning and was like, let's just do podcasts.
Oh, for real? Yeah, same here.
Yeah, no, not at all. But we gotta we gotta save the banter for the beginning when he starts recording.
We are recording.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Well, we are recording. So why did we start a podcast? Tiffany, do you want to go ahead and answer that? So long story short, when we first kind of started out our careers, people were asking us questions, and we were still pretty young in our careers, and we felt like we were doing folks a disservice because we only had our brand new perspectives, but we had a super big network. And so that's essentially what happened. We're like, let's start a podcast so we can introduce people to other perspectives and people in our network who are really willing to connect in different parts of the industry.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, what about you? Why you start yours?
I just love you know about someone named Jay Shetty. That was one of the first podcasts I ever listened to, and like as you can tell, I'm a very extroverted person, so it fits my personality to want to talk to other people. But it's good to hear different perspectives, and it's a really, really good way to build my business at Jumpstart to Tech to like getting. It's like a thought leadership aspect of my business. So yeah, I'm not to the extent that you guys do with the full studio and stuff, but you know, I'm more of like just sharing, you know, people's thoughts on the tech field. So
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're in a studio because we're lazy. So kudos to you for kind of doing your own thing, for sure. So you mentioned Jumpstart to Tech.
Yeah.
Before you even get started with our game or whatever, tell us a little bit about that.
So about Jumpstart to Tech, so we are a career mapping service designed to help map out people's tech careers with course and search projects, entry to senior level roles for people to apply for, to help get them more clarity and direction in their tech career. As we all know, a lot of people go for these degrees, but they literally have no clue what to do after they get their degree. And I recognized that when I was in college, I was just completely lost. And through that, I just recognized people needed a roadmap, and it all starts with a roadmap. So, you know, I built myself my own roadmap to project management and was able to do it successfully within 6 months after I graduated from college. So through that, I figured out the gold mine, so just building it from there onwards now.
That's heat. And we're definitely going to circle back to that because we all got a lot of questions about it.
Yeah.
But before we get started officially, do you know what's about to happen?
No, I'm not. I don't know what's about to happen.
All right, Gage, do you know what's about to happen?
Nah.
Okay. This a shocker. All right, so we're gonna be playing That's My Jam, 90s R&B edition.
Okay.
Yeah. Intro music. Yeah.
Cue the intro.
All right. So here are the rules. We're gonna be playing 4 covers of 90s R&B songs. You have to guess either the name of the song or the name of the artist. You get 2 chances. If you don't get them within the 2 chances, you don't get the point. If you're able to get both the name and the song of the artist, I mean, it's a flex, but the points are the same. Considering the fact that you are only the ripe old age of 25, I'm very interested to see how you do with this one.
Cool. Let's get it.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be super impressive.
Right?
For
All
25-year-old.
Anthony, song number 1, please.
Ghetto superstar, that is what you are. Coming from afar, reaching for the stars. Run away with me to another place. We can rely on each other. From one corner to another.
She know it. She from the 80s.
Can we use ChatGPT?
Already head bop into it and everything.
Yep, sure can.
Yeah, nah.
Hell yeah, you
I don't
can.
know that song, but it's nice though.
Okay. Tiffany, do you want to go ahead and tell them who it is?
It's Ghetto Superstar, but I think it's, Maya?
Okay.
Hold on. See, we don't know either. Hold on. We got answers in here somewhere.
Yeah, it's Ghetto Superstar, but I don't remember the artist for it.
Yeah, I was like, the song sounded super familiar, especially at the start, but then about halfway through, it kind of lost me. I was like, I can't pinpoint.
Yeah, it's Ghetto Superstar by Pras. P-R-A-S. You know what that is? So, okay. Song number 2, please. Me neither.
I heard he sang a good song.
Oh, I know this one.
I heard he had a style. And so I came to see
I know this.
him
I know the song
and
too.
listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, stranger to my eyes.
I know this song. I forgot it.
All right.
I just want to sing
I
along.
know this song.
Right?
Singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly.
Gage, you know who this is?
with his
Oh, it's by
song.
Fugees?
I don't think I do.
Is it called? Is it?
I recognize the first
I
one
know.
more than
I know what it
recognize
is.
this
It's
one,
by
actually.
Fugees, right?
Killing me.
I mean, that's close, right? That's
Killing
close.
Me
Yeah, give it to
Softly. That's the song, right?
Oh,
Killing
is it? Yeah. Oh, I thought it was Lauren Hill.
And she is a part.
It's Killing
he got
Me
the name of the
Softly.
song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on that one. He knew immediately. He was like, hold up.
I would have got it wrong, apparently. I thought it was Lauren Hill.
Gage was gonna beat me to it, so.
Did you chat GPT it?
Nah, I don't have nothing with me. Like my phone is off right now. I don't have nothing.
You got it.
All right. He got one. Let's see if the momentum can continue. Song number 3, please.
It could all be so simple, but you'd rather make it hard. Loving you is like a battle.
He's using chat GPT. Gage.
You caught him.
Tell me who I have to be
Ooh, she sound good.
to get
Who is that singing? The voice sounds really good.
She's a local artist in Tampa.
Okay, wow.
Loves you more than me, and no one ever will.
I thought she was gonna hit the chorus.
I don't know that song.
All right, well, Gage, you got that one?
I even tried ChatGPT and I still couldn't find it quick enough for on that one.
All right. So is X Factor by Lauryn Hill. I knew one of them was Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, you knew that Lauryn Hill was coming. Yeah,
I knew it was gonna happen. All right, last song number 4.
I don't know what it is that you've done to me.
Okay, Anthony, we see you.
But it's caused me to act in such a crazy way. Whatever it is that you do when you do what you're doing, it's a feeling that I want to stay.
Okay, go off.
'Cause my heart starts beating triple time with
Yeah, I
thoughts
know
of
this
loving you
one.
on my mind.
I'm sorry, y'all.
My favorite of the 4 though so far.
When the cause and cure is you.
Get it, Gianna.
Okay.
I get so.
Oh, wait.
Oh, she was about to hit the chorus.
That was me.
It's fine. Okay, so it was "Weak" by SWV. That song is a cut, but all right. I mean, you got 1 out of 4. That's actually better than most.
Yeah.
So you're good.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you good. All right.
I'm
So
impressed still.
right on. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into the reason people actually come here. If it's your first time, welcome. If you already know the vibes, welcome back. I'm Jordan, aka Jay, aka the chosen one, aka Big Stepper, and I am here with 2 co-hosts today. We'll start with this one.
I am Tiffany B. As always, we're excited that you're here with us for this episode. I will pass it over to you, Gage.
Hello, I'm Gage. It's my first time co-hosting. Super excited. I need to work on some nicknames like Jordan over there, but just here, just vibing and seeing what we can find out about.
Right on. Where are you located? Where are you based out of?
I'm out of Austin, Texas. More kind of Round Rock area. Cybersecurity student, about to graduate, and also work in the field and stuff. So just kind of giving in my little bit of expertise, and then finding out some more about some other professionals in the industry. So.
All right, awesome. We're trying to find out if we can keep him around. Okay.
All right. For everyone who is here today, this is a place where we get to talk to leaders in the cyber IT technology spaces. Speaking of those leaders, today we have someone here with us. He's going to tell you who he is, where he's from, where he is, and how long he's been in the tech space. Take it away.
Yeah, my name is Vinod Akunuri. I'm from Prince George's County, Maryland. So I'm from the DMV area. The question, yeah, I was born in Maryland, but I've also been from here in India back to back visiting family in India. So I have a lot of travel destinations that I visit, but I primarily originate from Maryland. And I'm just here to really like just spread the word about tech. I mean, I feel as though the truth really isn't being told. So I just really want to spread the truth about, why people are not getting careers in tech, and it's primarily one factor, but we'll talk more about it as we progress through this podcast.
PG County? Is that what you did?
Yeah, I'm from PG County, Maryland.
Okay. All right, he want all the smoke. That's what he said. All right, good.
It's cool.
All right.
Represent. My girlfriend's from Maryland, actually.
Okay, dope.
Really? Well, is she PG
Yeah.
County too?
I'm not 100% sure what county. I think she's more in like the boondocks of Maryland somewhere over there or something.
Okay. All right then. All right.
You guys been to Maryland pretty often, right? You, Tiffany,
Oh, yeah,
Jordan.
that's where we.
I've been to Baltimore once.
Okay, dope.
Yeah. Yeah, visiting some family and stuff out there. And it was cool. I don't get to visit the East Coast as much as I do some of the other like West Coast and
Okay,
Central
cool.
America. So it was just a whole different vibe and something cool, seeing the harbor and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, he shut came yesterday. He got
Gotcha.
fireworks blasting till 4 a.m. So
Oh, I bet.
yeah.
I bet the July 4th is
Yeah,
crazy.
I
over
can
there.
only imagine what Florida's like. So
Always wild.
I feel so bad for the veterans with PTSD in Florida. Man.
yeah, I can only imagine.
But yeah, we used to live in the DC area for like 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, dope.
5
Bro.
years.
Did you say you're currently in India right now?
Oh no.
Vinod?
I
What did you say?
I travel back and forth from India, and
Okay,
here,
I was
yeah.
like, wow, you tuned in
Yeah,
from
I
across
just
the sea.
I got family out there, but no, I was born in the States though, so I've been here my whole life. But yeah, I just like traveling the world too. It's kind of one of my hobbies I like to do. So
It's a great
what's
hobby to
up.
have for sure.
yeah.
You have to take us back to before the certifications, the titles, and everything else. What was your first brush with technology, and like how did it make you feel, and how did it lead you into where you are right now?
Yeah. So for everyone, my name is Vinod Akunuri. So everyone calls me V for short. So before the courses, certs, projects, degrees and all that I had, I was just a kid just trying to figure it out. But I've been surrounded by millionaire friends like my whole life. So like I've been surrounded by some fortunate enough to be surrounded by some very successful people. So that mindset just shifted to me, and like I just had an undesirable control to win. And with that mindset, I realized that all right, well, if I'm gonna get a degree in tech, I have to stand out. I have to stand out from everyone else. Like I said, we live in America. We live in a world where it's full of competition, whether you like it or you don't like it. And you got to make yourself stand out. So, well, with that being said, I've been able to be able to like successfully move forward in my career. But the biggest thing before any of that, I think the biggest thing is having a killer instinct. That killer instinct is what I said, that unshakable drive to win. And with that, you develop confidence and a resilience mindset that literally you develop a very deep conviction that you are the person to get the job done. And when you know you're the person to get the job done, you have to show through the work that you put in, not just talk about it. So, through that, I've been able to go through a lot of failures in my life too, and been able to like just continue to, progress in my career through my ups and downs.
Right on.
Brought up a lot of stuff. What are you able to tell us about some of those downs?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Maybe you. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. So a lot of downs I had was just that I just didn't. I just like when I was progressing through high school, through college, like I've always had ADHD, so like my focus in school just wasn't always there. Like I was on a 504 plan till senior year of high school. Like I wasn't the straight A student that everybody thought. But because I was a geeky kid with the nerd, I was the little kid in school. They always labeled me as like the geek and the nerd, and through that, like I said, like I wouldn't specifically call 5-4 plans as failures, but it kind of made me like made me feel as though like I wasn't worth something in life, and that specific part made me consider myself as a failure. And in addition, more to that, I mean, when COVID came, I needed to find a place to stay. So I decided to just launch a clothing business and make some money from it. But through that, like I just realized like finding a place to stay and like being able to just hold myself through COVID. It was a difficult time, and I was fortunate enough to be able to get it done. And like a lot of other failures that I have, same thing that a lot of people go through is like when you're trying to learn a new skill set, or when people are trying to get careers in tech, they don't realize like it takes months and years to develop a very good skill set, and you're going to continuously fail every single day. You're not going to be the best, so you gotta like really delay instant gratification. And like I said, it's just little things. In terms of like big failures, I've gotten like multiple car accidents. I've almost lost my life. So I don't know if you consider that as a failure, but I'm fortunate enough to be here with you guys today. So I'm glad to like just continuously progress towards my journey.
I will say it's a blessing that you are here with us today. And it also sounds like not only are you paying forward your, like, through these tough times that you had, you're also paying that forward to other people and helping them to build confidence through whatever they're going through in their tech journey. But, man,
I'm over here like I'm trying to leave space for Gage. Gage, you got a question?
oh, man, yeah. Well, Gage, do you?
Kind of breaking off through that, I noticed that you've had like a ton of different job positionings or different things you've done in tech in this field. What kind of led you to wanting to do what you currently are, where you're helping others kind of find their roadmap and build that out?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Biggest thing I tell people all the time for my audience, the best skill set to have is project management. I've always knew that project management is not just a career, it's life. That's a specific career in IT as well that you can pursue, but it teaches you a lot about everyday life as well. And then when I translate that into helping people, you got to think about it. As a project manager, you have to also lead people towards a same vision and mission of what the project or the company is. So I've always considered myself a leader. And generally, like I said, I promise you, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for people in my circle. Like I'm not self-made at all, and I'm truthfully will admit that I'm not self-made. I have people who've helped me, and I've also helped other people as well. So because of this, I just wanted to like give back to the community. And like I said, at 21, I built a cyber lab to help underserved students in Baltimore, to help high schoolers get opportunities in tech, and then from there they'll decide if they want to go to college or not. So, I've just always been wanting to help people, especially my dad too. Like he has like a nonprofit in India where he helps people, with their clothes, food, and stuff in that sense. So then with my dad too, he has such a helping nature. My dad and my mom both. So like I just wanted to just really help people, and I recognize like they really need help right now.
That's super impressive, especially since you know how you were saying you went through kind of being like belittled or bullied a little bit for
Yeah.
being geeky or nerdy, and sometimes that can close somebody off. And even if they become super like technically efficient, maybe they're just coding nonstop and not really doing the social aspect. But the fact that you're still able to lead and be on the front lines and want to help back and give back to community and and just have so much confidence is really cool to see how that progression.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I mean, like I said, I am also human too. So when people when people see the stuff on IG, I mean, the thing with me, I'm a very transparent person. I post my ups and downs in life. I'm like, you guys know Kevin. Like Kevin is a really good friend of mine. He's an example of somebody who actually is very truthfully transparent. So like me with confidence stuff, like it can fluctuate during your everyday life. Like you're gonna have days where you're just gonna doubt yourself, like, is this all really worth it? And like I said, you just gotta like I said, you gotta have belief in God. I mean, at least for me, I have belief in God. And like the next thing is like just making sure that you also just take care of yourself. Like, go out there and like, go for a walk, go spend time with your loved ones and your family, because like I said, we only got one life to live. And you don't wanna like I said, they always put the hustle culture, and I agree, you gotta work hard. I mean, I work really hard, but you also got to enjoy life too, because like I said, like tomorrow isn't promised.
That's a hot take. That's a hot take for sure. Especially like you said, in this hustle culture. That's a hot take. So I actually want to run it back a little bit. So I do know that you had mentioned when you graduated from college, you got your degree. You know, at a time when you should have been celebrating, having a good time, you were kind of, you were experiencing a low. So as a result of that, I think, if I remember correctly, part of like what you were feeling is part of the reason that you started Jumpstart to Tech, to sort of identify and assist with some of those frustrations that you had. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so it's crazy. So I graduated from Towson University, and everybody, truthfully be told, 99. All right, let me not put like specific data metrics on it before they start clip farming these clips. But majority of students that graduate from college, they're truthfully are not really happy on graduation day. Like, they seem happy, but inside they're facing a lot of anxiety, and they don't know what the next steps are in their career. And I felt that, like, I was smiling, and like I said, I'm really happy, and I always tell people this all the time. Degrees are really useful if you know how to leverage it. Like, I leveraged my degree insanely, especially since I just got my master's 2 weeks ago. I leveraged that insanely as well. So like I said, degrees are really, really useful. But the biggest thing is, when I was at Towson, I didn't know how to leverage it. And because I didn't know how to leverage it, I felt a sense of like, what am I going to do next? You got friends around you, JP Morgan, Microsoft, Google, and like I said, they're getting these hot roles. I'm over here. I got a role as a computer science teacher, and I'm just like, all right, but that turned out to be one of the best decisions in my life. Like, if I didn't take that role, I would not be where I'm at. And like I said, like, after I graduated from college, specifically what happened was I was in an internship. I got let go the first week. It's not that they didn't like me. I didn't like the work that I was doing. And I specifically know that I'm not meant to just lift boxes just for me. I'm just not meant to lift boxes every day and listen to orders. Like, I just don't operate like that. I need to be in a room where I can like expressly share my ideas and work on a collaborative team. So I got let go of an internship the first week. They sent me the offer. They said, you're gone. So I left. And then it was like during the summer months of like after graduation, you guys know what an RA is. When you're in school, you get an RA, like resident assistant. So
Yep.
fortunate enough, I was able to get a summer RA job after graduation. So they paid for my housing, right? So they paid for my housing, and I was just like, all right, I have 3 months to figure it out. Like, I set it down, so I got 3 months. I got introduced to a nonprofit called Pass It On, and I'm actually at their office right now. So I got introduced to an organization called Pass It On. I realized, while most people are spending tens of thousands of dollars on the boot camp, I can just leverage a nonprofit and get certifications for free and be able to like get myself into a career in tech. So I did that. So I got my CompTIA ITF Plus, and like I said, it's switched to Tech Plus now. I used that to get a computer science teaching job, and I'm telling you right now, like, it was one of the most rewarding jobs in my career, because I built literally a program. I was my boss, Andrew. I got to shout him out on this. He's so I'm telling you right now, having a supervisor who really like supports you and just really like cares about you, that is another level of like commitment that will prove that you're not self-made. So through him, I was able to help build partnerships with Under Armour. Like, I want to help get more women in tech, so I helped build partnerships to help more women. I'm actually extreme believer about that. I really want to help more women get into tech. We need more women in leadership roles. So with that, I helped get an Under Armour partnership on the way, help raise money, closing to like $500,000 to help build this cyber lab. So like I said, it took a lot of time, but like people look at the job, right? They look at it as a computer science teacher, but I looked at it as leverage. I looked at it as like, holy snap, this is a school where they have a program built out, but they need somebody in addition to the supervisor for somebody to lead it. So I told my supervisor, I'm the person who I just cannot have somebody on my back. You gotta let me do my own thing and let me cook. So I cooked for a little bit, and then when I cooked for a little bit, I helped get 2 students out of the whole seed school an ITF certification. These was like 9th and 10th graders, right? So I just really, and then through that whole time I was at the school, was able to speak at conferences. So I went to my first conference 2 months into the job. Through that, I was able to get my master's paid for through networking. This was a whole nother story. But I went to a conference. There was 10 people there. I was the only one with flyers in my hand telling people to come to my talk. The only one with a suit on. Everybody looking at me like, yo, why this guy wearing a red suit and has like bunch of flyers trying to tell people to come to conference? But I just didn't care. So I was just handing it out. And then I guess, an individual just really she really just like appreciated that. And then she was just like, okay, we have a master's program, but I think you would be a really good fit. And through her, I've been able to like successfully like now complete my master's program. But sometimes, like, I realized through all this, like, you gotta be different. Like, you have to go against the grain. You cannot play by the rules. Like, I'm just being very honest with you. Like, you gotta, like, literally, like, be a top dog when you're trying to get into the tech industry. And like I said, not a lot of people will agree with my statements because I possess a leadership skill aspect to it. But for majority of the people right now who is trying to get a career in tech, you got to do things that are different. You cannot just sit behind a desk and apply for resumes and not go to no networking events. Like, it requires a lot more than that.
I agree. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. We talk about that often. Vinod, when you think about your early resources, right? If you could package all of those early resources up and tell the audience today, these are the things that helped me truly gain traction before I was on YouTube, before I was doing my own Jumpstart to Tech. What would you give them?
Yeah. So, what would I give them? So, first and foremost, you gotta have backup plans. I mean, right now I have a master's of education in comp sci, so I have an ed tech. I still have my clearance. I have a GovTech side of it as well. Then I got the business. I told people truthfully, if I'm 100% conviction that my business will work out, but for any reason that I need to get a job again, I don't really care. Like I will get a job again because I have the degrees and anything to back it up. And I tell people all the time, like, it is nothing wrong with getting a job. The only reason I started Jumpstart Tech is because I was teaching at the school. I figured out a problem that people didn't have a roadmap. They were just doing certification and then that's it. So I realized through that job, and then I built a business. I'm gonna tell you guys one thing one more time. There's nothing wrong with having a job. Honestly, if while I'm building Jumpstart Tech, if I want to go get another job again, I can just go get another job again because I have the skills, and I would love to get another job again. So, like I said, for my audience, there's nothing wrong to get a job, okay? And second of all, you can use your full-time job, develop a very niche skill set, and then start getting 1099 roles. So you could develop a business, develop an LLC, and then do 1099. So when I broke my first 6 figures in 6 months within tech, what I did was I was teaching, right? And I realized the specific skill set was teaching certification. There's money in it. I went to a networking event. It wasn't even networking. It was like a student competition. There was only 10 people there. Through that, I connected with one person. I got on a contract to teach for a cybersecurity boot camp. That was my 1099 contract. So second lesson is networking. You got to learn how to network.
Can you tell me, like, when you think about that person you met at that networking event, can you tell me something that you like got from them that you definitely want to pay forward when you think about the students that you coach?
Yeah, I still talk. The name is Christopher Wills. It was a really good guy. I still talk to him. Biggest thing he liked about me, and he told me to this day, is like, V, like, he just basically said, V, like, you just don't give up. Like you stand out in front of the crowd. That's the reason why I referenced you for that position. Like, he said, V, you stand out. Like, I'm telling you right now. So the biggest thing I tell the audience is, like, you got to stand out. You have to be different. Like, especially in this world now where 99% of people are applying for the same job, you got to be different.
He's hitting everything spot on, because it kind of reflects on my journey too and everything. Getting in, my first job into the intro was a 1099, same type of thing, and it was also from somebody I met from networking, and I just preach that all the time I'm the president right now of a cybersecurity club at my college, and we tell them all the time, like, you got to get out and network and rub those shoulders and do something to really just be different, because like you said, there's hundreds of people applying, and usually people with better credentials now that there's so many layoffs and things. So you might be a junior person fighting a senior person for that position, and you know, they're just going to win every time. So yeah, I just think that's super important, like you said, to really get out there and grab it, you know, go do something, take some action, and go meet some people, go join some events, go hand out some flyers, just anything like that, and it'll make a huge difference. So wanted to agree. And then I just had a quick question for you too, was you get a lot of people who aren't in the industry that want to break in, correct? And like, you kind of help them out as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So what's like, okay, cool. So what's like a myth or a facade that a lot of people who want to break into our industry have, or like prevent them from doing that? You know, like, kind of, or what they're scared about coming into our industry. Say if they're coming from healthcare or something completely different, but they want to break into that tech or that cyber. What's something that kind of like sometimes prevents them, or that they're scared about?
So the biggest thing is just that, I mean, I know this going against the grain. You can't be scared. I mean, the biggest thing is, once people sniff that you're scared, they're not gonna want to bring you to the team. The biggest thing is, like if somebody wants to bring you to the team to complete a job, it is because you have a very specific skill set that you can apply to the company that will make the company money. So if they can sniff, people can sniff out stuff, right? So if they can sniff that you have a little bit of fear, that you're scared, they're not gonna hire you. So first and foremost, you just can't be scared. I know it's much more harder to say. You can be scared, and imposter syndrome is real. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like, when I got a career in tech, like, I'll be honest with you, I don't think I am fit. Me personally, okay, I cannot just sit behind a desk for 8 hours and just do tedious work. Like, my brain would just shut down like after 30 minutes. So you gotta understand that tech is not just about doing all these technical IT support, like cybersecurity. And it is really, there's a whole different lane in tech that people don't understand. And what that other lane is, Gage, is like, there is fintech, there's edtech, there's medtech. There is so many different industries in tech where you can use your transferable skill sets and apply within the same field that you're in. Just put a tech after that. So, like I said, I mean, I see climate tech. I'm like, hold up, climate tech. I was like, dang, I guess they got one for every industry. So I think definitely you gotta overfear imposter syndrome. You can't be scared, and you gotta be willing to accept that you don't know it all. I don't know it all. I also tell people all the time, like, there is, like, tech is so huge. Like, I learn from people every day. Like, I'm literally learning from you right now, Gage, and I'll admit that I'm learning from you. Like, I don't know everything still. So you gotta also gotta put your ego down, and you gotta, like, just learn from people and accept that. Like, you know, learning from people is one of the best things. Like, just listening and observing what they're saying, filter out the advice that works, and then apply it. So, like, last thing I'll end your question with. The reason why I got to where I'm at, and I'm still growing in my career, I'm still figuring my life out too. I'm not perfect. When you take advice from people, right? So you got to have mentors, you got to have sponsors, you have to have connectors. Mentors are people who help guide you through your journey. So all the mistakes they made, you learn from their mistakes, and that's how you move forward. Sponsors are people who are going to vouch for you, right? Like, quote unquote, like my master's degree, right? So that's a specific sponsor. And connectors are people who are going to connect you with other people. So when you are specifically in this context trying to get advice from the mentors, The biggest thing that you would do wrong is asking everybody for advice. I mean, the biggest thing is you just cannot go ask everyone for advice. Everyone has their own opinion. And second of all, the mentors that come into your life, build a relationship with them and actually deliver value to them before they even deliver any value to you. People don't want to feel like they're being used. I mean, I tell Jordan this all the time. Anytime you need anything, I'm a phone call away. You can call me and I will be there to help you out. Because at the end of the day, what we're doing right now on this podcast is relationship building more than anything right now, right? So you got to be able to like build the relationships, and then you got to be able to learn from people who's already been there and done it. Filter the advice that works for you, and then test that hypothesis. And then if it works, keep moving forward. If it not, double back down, figure out the game plan, and then execute it again.
Oh, he's done this before.
Yeah, perfect answer.
I like how he's talking about being able to filter out like who's who in your life. So one thing I'd like to know for you especially is how, when you looked at all of the information that's out there about how to get in tech and how to grow and build your tech acumen, how were you able to learn how to separate, between what was hype and what would really be helpful for you on your journey?
You got to know who you are. I mean, at Jumpstart Tech at Roadmaps, we do a personality assessment. At the end of the day, personality is extremely important. That's also the same reason why I said we are the best to do the career mapping service, because it's extremely customized and tailored to exactly what you want to do. So you gotta evaluate what your personality is. Like I'm an extrovert, right? On the top of my head, I think I'm a commander. I know for a fact I can't sit behind a desk. So what would be another career? Project management. How will I get there? Through specific roles like teaching that doesn't have a project management title on there, and you're able to use that as leverage. So the thing is about hype is hype if you make it hype. So what I'm trying to say by that is, like, on TikTok, I mean, you see GRC day in the life videos. Half of that stuff, they're not showing the ins and outs of what's going on. I mean, I have friends who are really in the industry. A lot of stuff you see on social media is just to get people's attention and be able to just have them follow your page. But and all truths of it, you just have to remember that those hype like cybersecurity analysts and GRC, those are great roles to be in, but first develop a specialized skill set that you can bring to that domain of your choice. That's subdomain of your choice. A subdomain would be, let's say, cybersecurity. Subdomain is defense. We have red team, blue team. You have threat intelligence. So bring a specific skill set to that subdomain and then apply yourself to be able to get to the job that you're trying to get into. So you got to be able to first deliver value and not just go and just tell people I want a job in cybersecurity. If somebody comes to me and literally tells me I want a job in cybersecurity, I would not take them serious. The reason why I would not take them serious is because what do you want to do in cybersecurity? Do you want to do defensive? If you say, hey, just for context, my name is Jordan. I have a focus in cybersecurity with a specialization in threat intelligence doing XYZ. At that point, I know you're serious because you have a specialized skill set that you can bring to my company that will make my company money. So you got to bring that specialized skill set. So if there's one thing I'll leave it with, that key word is specialized skill set. Like, everything is much more specialized nowadays.
I like that a lot. I feel like, so there's a lot of programs out there, but I actually have never heard of a program that does a personality assessment before they help create a roadmap.
Yeah.
That is I actually want to know what kind of inspired that sort of approach.
First, shout out my business partners, Yemi and Randy. It wouldn't be without them. So I have a very, very, very good business partners I met at Towson. I'll tell you one thing about college. This is what Gage said. Like, networking is super crucial in college. You ever hear those stories about people build these AI companies and they met their business partner in college, and they dropped out of Stanford or whatever college they went to and started? So my business partners it just naturally happened. So with my business partners, actually Randy gave me the idea. Like I said, I'm not self-made, so I've had people help me in my journey, right? So Randy gave me the idea about a personality assessment. I was like, all right, cool. Let's take the idea and run with it. At first, I'll be honest with you, I understood what he was saying, but not to the extent that why it was important. So I tried it. And through that, we still have multiple. So we have personality, we have a DISC assessment. Those are 2 assessments that we do, right? So through those 2 assessments, we help understand where your personality fits, and then we have a whole framework to decide what domain of your choice will be. And then we have a questionnaire to map it out with a subdomain. Then we use that to create you a value proposition pitch, and that value proposition pitch is what's used to create you your customized career roadmap. So a lot of individuals, and I'll tell you this, Jordan, I get a lot of pushback because people look at roadmaps as something that people will do for free. The biggest thing is your company will do for free, but I specialize in it. Because I specialize in it, that's my specific skill set. The reason why I say I go against the grain is because we are a career mapping service. Truthfully, I have never seen a company call themselves a career mapping service. But I specifically continuously call myself a career mapping service because if we at Jumpstart Tech can be the people that can literally build roadmaps based on what exactly their personality is, we can literally be the next Apple. And I realize that too because not only am I targeting jump starters, I have senior IT recruiters that contact me asking me for roadmaps. So so I'm literally targeting every single industry. So let's talk about like in addition to that, like the target audience that I'm targeting, we shift our focus right now as career transitioners. But like I said, we work with individuals who at the end of the day, everyone needs a roadmap, but then there's certain people who are taking it serious and there's people who not. Biggest thing about me, I don't waste my time. If I tell you once on what I do and it's like you run me through circles, I'm not gonna convince you. Like I don't do no convincing. I'll tell you what I do. I'll show you the testimonials. We have got a lot of people that got jobs. Right now, 30 people got jobs, 10 people got internships. But the biggest thing through that is that career transitioners, they have a transferable skill set that they can bring to the company. And in addition to that, the other target audience is recent graduates. So they don't really know what they want to do in tech. Truthfully be told, they don't know what they want to do in tech. In addition to that, you have the jump starters, so people jump starting, and then you have the advancers. For my advancers people, the biggest thing is you don't know what the next steps are in your career. Like a lot of individuals don't know what the next steps are in your career. So I create a roadmap that can help advance them into the next road that they want to get into. So I'm targeting like crazy industries, and I'm just like really trying to take over with this, you know?
What has this work, though, taught you about managing both people and technology? And then did any of those lessons catch you by surprise?
Yeah, so we'll start with managing people. Leadership is extremely important. The biggest thing with leadership is that you gotta be able to learn how to lead a team with the shared mission and goals of the company. So if you're not able to appropriately articulate your vision to the people that work with you, it will not move towards the same vision that you have. So with leadership, biggest thing is invest in your people. I always tell my people, I treat everybody as like they are a part of our community, right? So like all the people that we have, my business partner, my sales team. Biggest thing is nobody gets treated differently. Not if you're a CFO and you're a sales team, you're getting treated the same way, just like everybody else. So treat everybody how the way you want to be treated. Invest in them, grow them as a person. You grow them, the people will help you grow your business, and you will just do the managing part of it. And then when it comes into technology, you have to stay up to date. Biggest thing to stay up to date for is AI companies. If you're an entrepreneur trying to go into private equity, AI companies are companies you want to invest in. AKA Jumpstart Tech will be very soon. But you want to be able to get into AI. So get into AI, and then you want to get into AI and defensive security. So the biggest thing is government right now, they're looking for people to solve problems. So biggest thing is you want to look for companies where they're helping the government with their needs. In addition to technology, I will also say, once again, please stay up to date with AI. everything is now transitioned to AI. It is very foolish to tell yourself that, oh, I'm not a tech person. Like, okay, you don't have to be a tech person, but you got to at least understand tech nowadays, because AI is really automating everything. I mean, I was in LA a couple weeks ago and I was in a driverless car, you know? So like, you got to really understand, like, if you use your AI, if you understand AI and really stay up to date with AI and the tools that they offer, you can literally create a back end system to automate your life. And then at that point, you just check in, and then you can combine the technology and the management side, because now you're managing your workflow, and then that's basically a system that you're basically managing as well.
I do have one more question, and I 100% agree with everything you're saying so far too. You got to stay up to date with all the emerging AI stuff, and me personally, that's kind of a niche that I'm kind of studying more and learn more and trying to progress as well, because it's just everywhere. You can't get away from it, especially in our industry. One other question I had was, for your journey when you were going through school and even your first couple jobs and stuff, what were some resources outside of your curriculum and outside of your work that like helped you progress the most, whether it be a website or books or things? Like for me personally, I used a lot of, like Hack the Box and Try Hack Me sites like that for my cyber journey. Do you have anything like that kind of?
Workforce development. When I say workforce development, there's nonprofit programs that you can go get free training from, dude, that will help you. I will literally help you to get certifications. Like I tell people the biggest thing: before you sign up with Jumpstart Tech, look for free resources online, then come back to me. Biggest thing is with those nonprofits, you can literally get your certifications paid for. For majority of the time, you can get it paid for, and then use that leverage. The biggest thing about that, Gage, is people don't value what's free. That's the biggest thing. Like I've had people that tell me, "Oh, you should do your roadmaps for free." Yeah. All right, cool. I will do it for free, and we'll see who really takes it serious and who doesn't take it serious. So when it comes to free resources, you gotta take advantage of it. Biggest thing is just that people look at free resources. I mean, look at the educational system. I mean, right now, a lot like the public school system. I mean, a lot of it's free, but if you really look from a broad scope, who really takes it serious and who doesn't, right? So you got to be able to really like leverage like workforce development programs, like nonprofit programs are one thing. And other things for free, I don't know. Trying to think on the back of my head. YouTube University. I mean, at the end of the day, you can learn so many things on YouTube. Learning YouTube.
Yeah, for real.
Third thing that I would tell people to learn sales. Biggest thing about sales is sales is the number one skill everyone should learn. I personally believe, because it teaches you a lot about communication, and at the end of the day, whether you're selling yourself, when you're trying to go and get someone to go on a date with you, you gotta sell yourself to some extent, right? So that's one way. You gotta sell yourself there. When you're trying to get a job, you gotta sell yourself. When you're trying to progress forward your career, you gotta sell yourself. So learn sales, YouTube University, and specifically if you're trying to get certifications, nonprofits. Look for nonprofits in your area. And then when it comes to networking, Eventbrite. I have definitely used Eventbrite a lot, and like I said, connect with my Google Calendar. So I'll just search up free tech events and I'll go. And like I said, when you go to those events, that's what Jumpstart Tech helps you. It helps you develop that value proposition pitch. Go there and showcase what exactly what exactly you do. And then, like I said, there's so many people who go to these conferences with no clue why they're going. I had somebody, I don't know if you guys know Ace. This is a friend of mine. He basically said, V, if you came to Render, everybody would need a roadmap right now, because the way that so many people came up to these job fairs and say, and not Ace specifically said that portion of it, but I was just thinking in my head, like the way that people are going to these job fairs and they're saying that, hey, I want a job, or I want a career in tech. Imagine if you go out there and be like, my name is XYZ, I have a focus in this specific domain with a specialization in this, and this is what I can bring to your company, and here's how I can help your company grow. That's what's gonna make you stand out.
Anthony, we charging for this episode. We charging.
It's gonna be
We are
premium.
charging for this.
Premium. frame of content.
I'm just playing.
Nah. Dude, like I said, you guys are family. So like I said, I definitely like I said, if you guys have any more questions, but like I said, this is really good conversation to have, especially in this time and day, because like I said, Jordan, you and me have our talks all the time, so you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure. And I was gonna say, considering all those free tech events you go to, don't leave DC.
Yeah.
You don't want to come here. You don't want to come here. Trust.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't have all the.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think hard.
Absolutely.
But
No,
I
but it
think
is important to have those soft skills too, like you're saying, for those networking events too. Because I have a lot of friends or students who go to those events, but they'll just sit in the corner and kind of just watch and observe, and which is cool too. But you're not gonna meet anybody. You're not gonna be able to sell
Yeah.
yourself. You're not gonna be able to progress your career.
Yeah.
So yeah, having those soft skills and be able to just talk to people and communicate
Yeah.
is insanely important.
I'll add to that. This is a good gem too. So Simone Berry, she runs Jumpstart. It's a good friend of mine. So we spoke yesterday. I did a podcast with her yesterday, and she basically just said, V, the best way to get ahead in life is just do a repetition every single day. So the more you just do repetition, the more it will stick with you, and you will get better at the skill set that you're trying to attain. So for the audience out there, just continuously do what you're doing. Just do it every day, even if you feel though you suck. Just do it, because once you get started, it will get easier.
yeah, that's facts. Okay, because we gotta wrap up soon, obviously. But before we wrap up officially, we're gonna start with V. We're gonna start with Vinod, and then we're gonna go to Gage. I want to hear how y'all pitch yourselves at networking events.
All right, I'll start it off. Well, when I go to networking events, I kind of let them know about what I'm doing. So let them know who I am.
No, I want
cybersecurity
to.
student.
No. We
You wanna
role
act as if
playing.
you were the
I
networker.
want it. I want the real
The
experience.
actual pitch.
Put me on the spot here. Well, I'd be like, my name's Gage, currently a cybersecurity student at ACC, but I'm about to graduate this semester. I have a big passion for offensive security, so I like to do things more like the ethical hacking line, web pen testing, game hacking, stuff like that. I have a GitHub that you can see some more of my work and my portfolio, and a website as well that I created. And then I would just kind of, pitch X, Y, and Z, show some of my projects. So it kind of depends who I'm talking about, whether I'm talking to somebody I'm looking to get a job out of, or somebody I'm looking to just network and kind of get in my circle and maybe like help me mentor a little bit or lead me towards different, passions and stuff. So I would kind of pitch it a little bit differently depending exactly who I'm talking to or what my goal is. I just recently went to like a hackathon where I was helping judge and kind of do that. And I met a ton of different people and a ton of different local companies. And so when I was rubbing shoulders with people there, I was kind of pitching myself more as like not somebody who was looking for a job, but somebody who was kind of already in the industry and wanted to grow my circle and kind of connect with these people more on like a coworker level or like a professional level. And so, I added all of them and connected with them, and still talk to a lot of those people now on LinkedIn and stuff. And they've also showed me more opportunities on different startups or things where I could possibly get like a position in the company or different companies. So kind of just, depends who I'm pitching myself to on how I pitch and stuff. But.
Okay, so you tailor it for your audience, just like a politician. Gauge for Congress. All right,
Yeah.
Vinod.
Yeah,
Let's hear your pitch.
Yeah, like I said, just like Gage said, I'll tailor it for the audience. But if I'm like trying to go for like a PM role, I'll be like, my name is Vinod Akunuri. I have a focus on IT management with a specialization in project management, driving teams to business operations. I have done work in non-technical using Microsoft Excel, using tools such as XYZ to drive this specific project to this goal. And I also have experience within technical side of cybersecurity. I have done XYZ to drive the business to this goal for this project. So like I said, it depends on like where I'm at a conference, but like for that specific focus on me trying to get the project management, I'll first start off with the focus that I have. So my name is Vinod, where they focus in this specific domain, then specialize. What is the subdomain? With the specialization in project management, I have done XYZ to drive this specific to the company. So like I said, it just depended on what the audience is.
I like that. This is a good template for people who are
Yeah, I actually have a formula. I have a course. So last thing I would say, so I also have noticed that people, it's not just the roadmap, not just the technical core search projects they need soft skills. So we have resume, LinkedIn, job market, strategy plan, value proposition, interview prep, and negotiation skills. So within the fourth course is value proposition. I have literally a whole formula built for career transition, recent graduates, and people who are currently in college. So like I tell people all the time, like wherever you're at in your career, your value proposition pitch is going to always change, but the principles is the formula that will always remain the same.
Yeah, that's dope. Gage, you need to connect your people. Connect your people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, on that, where is the best way to learn more about what you got going on and stuff?
So you can connect with me at all platforms. Jumpstart to Tech. So JUMPSTART 2 Tech. Like I said, through my website, jumpstarttech.com is the best way to connect with me and book a call. Get yourself a customized roadmap. And biggest thing is like don't just go degree after degree after degree without knowing what exactly you want to do. So get yourself a customized roadmap. And if you are currently in college, I can literally integrate it within your 4-year degree plan so you know what exactly to do at every single moment. And last but not least, biggest thing about roadmaps that people will always say is like roadmaps constantly change, right? I agree with that too, but when you know what the end goal is, you can then adjust and pivot inside of your roadmap too. So we have backup roles that's listed on your roadmap as well in case you need to adjust, change, and pivot.
Perfect. All right, we're actually at time. So Tiffany, you want to go ahead and take it away?
Yes, but before I do that, I have one question.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome.
Anthony, don't charge us.
Okay. So, Vinod, it's 10 years from now. One of your students from Jumpstart to Tech is doing a podcast just like this one. What would you want them to say when they ask about how Jumpstart to Tech helped that student?
What would I like them to say? So in 10 years from now, I would like them to say like, Jumpstart to Tech felt like a community, not just a number. I felt valued, respected, and I felt as though like I actually had people around my corner that was able to connect with me. And the biggest thing is I knew what the next steps was in my career. I have clarity and direction now, which I didn't have before. So that would be the last thing I would say. And last but not least, I also have a free Discord community. If you want to ever reach out to me, it's also on my website. So I would love to have you guys there, and we'll have a deeper conversation.
It's active too, y'all. It's real active. I be like, man, this dude, he got a whole empire. I'm trying to be like him.
Nah.
For real.
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Just continues to build. But like I said, it's an honor to be here too. Like I said, you guys also building Jumpstart Tech with me as well. Having me on this podcast. So it's definitely an honor to like be here and like tell you guys about what exactly I do.
So this is the part where I say thank you, and I genuinely mean it. Thank you both. Thank you, Vinod, for joining us. Thank you for sharing your insights, your value with us. Seriously, endless gratitude. We know you're a busy man, so
I appreciate it.
Genuinely, just appreciate it. And then Gage, thank you so much for taking the time to join us as a co-host. We hope you had a lot of fun because you had some good questions.
It was a blast. I love doing this type of stuff. I'm very much a people's person, and I just have a passion for this industry. So, like, hearing from different perspectives and learning people's journeys, I love it. So, yeah, appreciate y'all giving me the opportunity.
Thank you.
Great. Awesome. Gage, if people have questions or want to get in contact with you, how do they reach you?
Yeah, I actually have a personal website that I just created that kind of has my portfolio and stuff showcasing me, and on there has all my links from like my LinkedIn, my email, all that type of stuff. So if you want to just look at me at www.gageayala, GAGEAYALA.com, has all my info, my projects, my GitHub, everything. And yeah, please reach out to me. I love collaborating. I do a lot of CTF events and things like that, and I'm always looking for more people to talk tech with. So
okay. And Vinod?
Yeah, thank you.
Vinod.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, you guys can connect with me on all platforms. Jumpstart to Tech. It's very easy to find me. Yeah, keep going. Keep working hard. Like I said, there's success for everyone who's willing to put in the work.
Perfect.
Did you mention what your LinkedIn was?
Jumpstart to Tech, and my LinkedIn is Vinod, and last name Akunuri. You won't miss me. I'm wearing a red suit for a reason. So if you'll be able to find me out pretty quickly. So you'll see it. You'll see see an Indian guy with a red suit. So just know that's me.
Red, that's the color of power.
I ain't never seen the president wear a red suit.
Yeah. But it wasn't like on purpose that I made that my profile picture. I was at the conference. I took it. I was just like, I posted it, and a lot of people were like, "Oh wow, I like the profile picture."
Wasn't that the suit you were wearing that got you the master's offer, right? You said?
That was actually the same suit too. Funny enough. Yeah, that's actually funny. That's actually funny. But
Color of power.
yeah, I would say last thing to my audience, please use LinkedIn. LinkedIn's a really good platform. So connect with people on LinkedIn. Like I said, reach out to me anytime. I also, just like Gage, I will reciprocate the energy. I also really like doing stuff like this as well. So just for you guys, if you guys need anybody else on your podcast, I can make introductions to other individuals in the field of tech. And then, I would love to continue to support what you guys are doing.
Yeah, that goes both ways. Anything we can do to continue to support what you're doing,
Absolutely.
like what you're doing is incredible. It's unique. It is going to change a lot of lives. So we appreciate that.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you to everyone who is here for this episode of the Stats on Stats podcast. We're so glad that you wanted to spend time with us, and guess we'll see you next time.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, stay wavy.
Take care.